All right. For those just tuning in or watching after the fact, we are watching episode 8 of the first season of Ash versus Evil Dead. Ashes to Ashes. Robert, are you ready to become Ashes?
Sure.
Ashy slashy?
Yeah. Love Ashy Slashy.
In three, two, one, go.
Previously on Ash versus Evil Dead. The- that's why I don't mind these recaps because you at least get to hear all these great lines again. Like, well, you'll get possessed and I'll have to chop off your heads, and that's just a bad time for everybody.
It's like beautiful cinematography for these cabin shots.
It's so heightened. It's really cool. Sorry, Tweety. That is one thing I wish we got a little more in this show, but granted, the CGI budget probably wouldn't have pulled it off. Is just more deadite animals. I think you could do a lot more with that.
Yeah. No, that's why I'm kind of cool with them doing just these random movies because I feel like there's a lot of potential in just the Deadite idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always said like, oh no, these are just like modern movie monsters that you can do other stuff with. It doesn't have to be Ash all the time.
I mean, there is that argument like it'll never be as good as those first three, but it's
Yeah, well, and it's a lot like the Alien series, right? Where if you're capable of enjoying that franchise without Ripley, I think there's still plenty of potential and other things you can do. I've got enough of Ripley.
yeah. But Ripley also arguably gets an ending. Like you just stop at
Sure,
Alien 3.
that's true.
Well, I guess you could make the same argument like Army of Darkness is an ending.
I think for me with Ash, where we differ is I like the character always being around as is, and I don't know if there's an ending for him that would live up to my expectations or be satisfying for me. Again,
Well, I'm
I'm
fully
fine with
aware
where the
whatever
show
they come
leaves
up
him.
with will
He's
probably
happy.
disappoint me.
Also, canon in these movies, this franchise has never mattered, so it's like, hey, he can be wherever you want him to be.
Yeah.
I have to go it alone. Don't you get it? It's now confirmed that Ash doesn't pay taxes.
That
That
bastard.
that tracks. I'm crazy enough to take on Batman, but the IRS, no, thank you.
Austin was showing me the other day because they're doing that Injustice comic for Request. Apparently, they
Mm.
bring back that like Joker hates Nazi thing.
Oh,
It's
oh yeah, I saw him
weird.
talking about that in the Discord. In one of the commentaries, that they talk about the set is so cool because we're not in an actual cabin this time. This is all just a set, but there's a ton of attention to detail. And one thing Bruce Campbell said was they were able to find a few old props from the old movies. Like that clock is the same clock from Evil
It's
Dead 2 or 1.
nice.
It was just in a warehouse somewhere, and they were able to get it back. It's really brutal and tragic, but the way they set up and pay off the deer antlers with her and what happened to her partner and her fate, it is really well done.
Adam Arch says Iron Mike is looking old 3 rounds in, of course.
Of course, this should surprise no one. The man is 90 years old.
I can't believe somebody approved that. He's not Rocky.
Yeah, well, yeah, it worked out in Rocky Balboa. It'll be like that picture.
You gotta say it with more of a lip.
well, well, if you don't want to talk about it, well, refresher if you're taking notes. So in this timeline, Evil Dead 2 Linda is the canon Linda and has the canon Linda death, but also Evil Dead 1 Scotty, Cheryl, and Shelly existed. We're good, right?
Yeah, that means she doesn't laugh for like an hour.
We're consistent in that every time we see Linda, it's clearly the Evil Dead 2 Linda, or is meant to look like the Evil Dead 2 Linda. I wish we went all the way. I wish we had flashbacks to all three of them, like the short-haired Bridget Fonda one in Army of Darkness.
Would have been amazing.
Although season 3 does have a fun joke about that, where he's in his old high school. He's like, "Oh, I think I met my first Linda over there." How many Lindas did you date?
Yes.
And there's another really good joke. I
Oh
don't remember
god,
if it's
that eye.
so goofy.
And it
I
got
don't
me
remember.
too because I for a second I was like, wait a minute, he didn't
Wait a
cut
minute.
that much of his arm off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember if it's season 1 or season 2, but there's a really funny bit where Ash is like, "Wait, did I find the book in the upstairs or did I find it in the cellar?" Because it's different in Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2.
Is
So
it?
trying to reference both.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because in Evil Dead 2 it's just on the table, the tape
Yep.
recorder. That's fun.
And look, the commentary for this episode is really fun. Where Bruce Campbell's like, "Ah, look at these beautiful young people. Nothing like a good night out with your friends. I hope this works fine for them."
I would I would kill to have Samara Weaving be just the lead of an Evil Dead movie.
That would be amazing. It's even funnier because she's not even like main. Like she's the girl in the background here.
Yeah.
No one could have possibly guessed that she'd of this cast have like by far the biggest movie career.
Well, that's
But
just
it's cool.
like
She deserves it.
Evangeline Lilly is like an extra in Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, she's just like a girl on the side of the lockers.
That's funny. Also, because these characters are supposed to be, travelers, they let them just use their natural accents because I think she's Australian
Mhm.
and the other ones might actually be New Zealanders. So they're like, oh yeah, you can just use your natural accent. So
Well, you know who
that's
her
fun.
uncle is, don't you?
Wait, what?
You know who her uncle is, don't you?
Oh right, Hugo Weaving. I always forget that because they look nothing alike.
No, but they have the same last name. And it's just interesting because people are like the nepo baby complaints are on the rise again, and nobody points to her, and I think that's very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a good actor, like, I don't care.
No, I don't either. It's
But
just I feel like that's come up quite a bit lately, like with what's his name, the guy from the boys.
oh, Jack Quaid.
Yeah, he talked about
Eh,
it.
yeah, he's
I think
good.
Maya Hawkes mentioned it. Who
Hmm.
cares? They're good actors and
Yeah,
actresses.
yeah, like, and it's a way to get your foot in the. And we've seen this many times. Like, I don't know, Jaden Smith, where they
Okay,
really
but
push someone like that as a,
I was gonna
and then
say
it
to be
doesn't
fair,
work out.
that is a bad example.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It's like, and then look where he's now. You know, he's doing other stuff. What I'm
Hey
saying
Robert,
is, they don't last.
Robert,
What,
work shed.
work shed. But yeah, like Samari, and with like Jack Quaid, it's like, oh, he only gets these roles. It's like, oh, he's a good actor. Like his first movie credit is like Hunger Games. He has like no lines. He's just in the background in that movie. You know, yeah. If it's a way to get your foot in the door, like, who cares? Like, but he's proven himself as an actor. He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Hmm.
And Samara
Sure.
Weaving, even in this or in the next episode, like she is really good with
No,
what
I
she
feel
has to go through.
yeah, I know Hugo is her uncle. Yeah, and I feel so bad for her.
It's so mean. That's like the most evil that has ever gone to like a Terrifier 2 bedroom place. It
I would
just keeps
argue
going.
it's more spread out, but the blonde hippie guy from Evil Dead 2013 is up there. He gets the shit beat out of
That
him.
that's true. But that just feels different. It feels more like, oh, he's just taking damage, not like torture. But I get what you're saying
I
because
mean,
he does go
he
through a lot.
splits his hand open with a crowbar.
That's true. We just don't linger on his suffering as much.
Yeah.
He just kind of keeps kicking.
Well, but I mean, he also has the like grossest shot in that movie where he has to pull like that needle out from under his eye.
Yeah.
Oh,
And there's another bit on the commentary. The actors gave Samara Weaving a shout out and said she was really cool. And again, this is before Ready or Not and, you know, all that stuff before she really took off. And she is really good at this episode. And like you were talking about earlier, I like the jealous Kelly stuff where you could tell immediately that Samara Weaving's character is like into Pablo. Like she's the third wheel of her group and is just looking for a guy to hook up with. And Kelly's like, oh, I don't like that. No. And on the commentary, Dana's like, no, she's protecting him. She's looking out for him. She doesn't trust this. I don't trust this blonde bitch.
that's really funny. I will have to watch these with a commentary one of these days.
They're great.
I bet you those commentaries are on YouTube.
Probably, you'd be surprised. Some of that stuff can be kind of hard to find.
Yeah. I this might be my favorite scene in this whole like three part. I know it can't be that same actress, but damn, it looks close.
Yeah, that's really spot on casting.
And somehow this
And
doesn't look bad.
no, that's good. I want to say Evil Dead 2 Linda. I think she does voice Linda in the game. I think they got her back for that.
Maybe. That's my favorite detail in that game is that she's like the evil overlord.
Yes.
So did you get fooled by this? Or did you know that something's not right?
I definitely wasn't fooled by it, but I think it took me a minute to figure out what was going on.
I was definitely confused. I guess It makes sense that at some point the hand, I guess, could just grow a new Ash.
I don't know why it can grow clothes, but it's fine.
Ah,
And you know what? It's consistent with Army of Darkness because Army of Darkness also had
yeah.
a duplicate Ash grown out of him with clothes, so it's fine.
Nobody. I love Bruce Campbell. I'm sorry, nobody wants to see naked 60-year-old Bruce Campbell.
And now the dagger is back to the movie one design. There's multiple daggers. That's the explanation. There's three daggers. I'm calling it. It's canon.
I mean, it's possible. There's nobody said anything about 3 books.
And Bruce Campbell always plays Evil Ash really well. Like I wish he got to play
This
more
isn't
bad
the
guys.
same Evil Ash. This isn't a
Right.
cartoon character.
Mhm.
This
No, this
is.
one's a lot more sinister.
What if Ash was just a bad guy?
Mhm. Yeah, Army of Darkness Evil Ash goes from being Evil Ash to Lord of the Deadite Skeleton Army. Why do they follow him? I don't know.
Because he's the anti chosen one. That's a trope that
I
we
mean, that would
don't
have been a
do a
cool thing to
lot.
elaborate on.
That's a trope we don't do a lot. I'd really be interested to see because like you have the chosen one, but what happens if you get like the anti chosen one? I guess kind of like a Megatron who's
Like an
meant to.
Antichrist.
Yeah, the closest you get is the Omen. That's why I like the Omen too.
Oh, sure. And then you get the Star Wars prequels where it's like,
Hey! I love the prequels. Okay, they're
uh,
fine. It's fine.
who wrote this prophecy? Can I get more context? This payoff is really great though with the zombie hand. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And like I said, this Ash is pretty sinister.
Yeah, no, and Bruce Campbell's doing really well making it different.
Hmm. Join me.
Join us. So like
Join
Cabin
us.
in the Woods, is obviously a big satire of like the cabin in the wood horror film, which means basically Evil Dead, right? Like that's the big one.
Oh yeah. I'm sure there's other examples, and then there's stuff. I mean, that movie ends up satirizing like every horror genre, but yeah,
Well, I mean,
there's a
it's got
little
like
bit of
Cabin
like
Fever.
there's Cabin Fever. Also, some of the Friday the 13th movies, like it's not that type of cabin, but it's it's similar atmosphere.
Hmm.
They're in the woods.
Oh my god, I can't wait for you to see Cabin Fever.
Ugh, we'll do it at some point.
It's on our list of remake and original.
And that's one where I completely forgot there even was a remake.
So did
That flew
everyone
over my head.
else.
Oh my
No, it
god.
is. It is kind of a Psycho '98 situation where it's just a shot for shot remake, but worse.
Why can the Deadites possess a bear trap now? I don't know, but it's fun. And
There's
then
Robert's
this
favorite
fight.
shot, the slow mo running.
Oh god, this fight's kind of
This looks
brutal. Like it
hard.
is a
This looks
little
like an
mean.
art.
Mm. No, like this was a shocking moment on first viewing. I didn't think we'd go here. I mean, she does get to take out the evil hand for good. That's kind of cool. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. I wish it didn't look like that.
Yeah, beggars can't be choosers.
Uh, if you're the real Ash, you're bleeding a lot. Don't put your guard down.
Don't do it. Oh, what's that? Like this gets surprisingly mean. It's been we haven't really had a character we've liked like this. Take this kind of damage. Like it is brutal.
Yeah. Now that's what I call cleavage. God damn it.
Adam Arch has a fight update.
That fight sucked, went the distance, but easy UD for Paul, one and Mike to land one big hit. I don't know what UD means. I assume knockout?
Like I said, this scene's really fucked up. Like this is the worst thing that could have happened to her.
Yeah.
On first viewing, like this did kind of bother me. I was like, oh fuck, like this is
Yeah, I
this is
was
hard to
bummed.
watch.
I didn't have that. I was just like, oh man.
Oh no, but the bear trap ate the robot hand. That's way more sad.
I mean, that's just true. Oh, unanimous decision. It'll almost certainly be unanimous. Damn.
Yeah, like who
Shocker.
cares?
Man in his 20s beat a 90-year-old.
Beat a 112-year-old man. How is that interesting? And like I said, though, in the context of this, like Ash did need to lose somebody he actually grew attached to.
Yeah.
So I mean, it
I mean,
works.
it works. It's a bummer.
It is.
I mean, this isn't treated as a joke. Like, there's gravitas to this.
Hmm. Which is something we haven't seen a lot with before with Ash. Even Linda's death in Evil Dead 2, like it is kind of campy. Like when he goes no, and starts cutting her head with the chainsaw. Like like it's kind of funny. You're not like that torn up about it.
No, arguably, it's this and then, like, the first movie, the deaths all have some weight to them.
Hmm.
I'm just pissed.
Although, and I am a sucker for evil twin trope, where you got to shoot the right one.
No, that's always fun. Well, now I'm up and I'll watch the last two eps with you guys. Hell yeah.
If you can find it, I don't think it's streaming for free anywhere. Hey, they paid off the fake teeth gag.
Oh, Adam Arch has stars on Hulu, so he has.
Oh, okay. You're the one guy. Somebody had to have stars.
No, this fight is so much fun.
Mhm.
Although I've already lost track of which one is which. And this is a gag that we love to do a lot of Bruce Campbell just beating the shit out of himself.
Of course. Which was Ashes to Ashes. Oh my god. It's a pun title. Ashes to Ashes.
We just
I
figured
figured
that
it
out.
out, John.
We cracked the code.
We did it.
All right,
Yeah, give or
that
take
was
9 years.
episode 1, season 8. No, season 1, episode 8 of Ash versus Evil Dead. God damn it. If you're watching after the fact, thanks for watching, and please consider hitting that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.